Here, I just wanted to show y'all my pet bearded dragons. So this is them. They are basically just really, really big lizards. They call them bearded dragons because they've got, if you can see, they've got these big spikes that go all down their body. I have two. They each have their own really big tanks with a lot of room for them to run around. Both their tanks have sand in them that they love to play with. As you can see right there, she loves to dig around in it and move it and burrow into this thing over here. They've got these super important lights on each of their tanks that give them heat because they're desert animals, so they need heat to help digest their food and do other tasks with their bodies. And they also have a UVA, UVB light because they need a lot of sunlight, natural sunlight, to help their bodies grow. What else can I tell you about these little guys? So this one is Solomon. He's a boy, and he's not that big yet. He's a little bit young. He's still growing. And this is Petunia. She is a girl. She's older, so she's a little bit bigger. We keep them in separate tanks with these cactus paper things so that they can't see each other because they can actually be not very nice to each other when they see each other. So, okay, so another cool thing about my bearded dragons is that they have these beards under their necks. You can't really see it right now because it's kind of sucked in. But when they're being not very nice to each other, they will use these beards and puff them out really big and make them this really dark black color. And they'll bob their heads up and down at one another when they're not being very nice. So that's another reason why they're called bearded dragons. Okay, so you can see on Petunia that she has got her two eyes on each side of her head. She's got little tiny nose holes in front of her eyes, and those big holes behind her eyes, those are her ears. And another fun fact about bearded dragons is they actually have a third eye on top of their head, and that is actually used so that they can see shadows and light above their head to help keep them safe. Okay, so some last few cool things about bearded dragons is that when they do grow, they shed their skin like honey badger, and it comes off in really long, scaly pieces. There she goes to dig in her thing. Oh, you can hear her digging. So they shed their skin like honey badger and like snakes, and they also lay eggs just like chickens and snakes and other animals. So I'm about to feed them. They're omnivores, so they eat meat and they eat fruits and veggies and greens. And they get some calcium powder on top to help them. It's just like a vitamin to help them grow and keep them healthy. So I'll show you all that, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi friends, so I've got Petunia here, and I'm going to give her a snack of some mealworms with some calcium vitamin powder sprinkled on them to help her bones just grow real strong. So I'm going to let y'all watch her eat. Look at Tunes. Okay, so you can... And so I'm going to try and give Petunia some sweet potato and see if she likes it. I've cut it up into small pieces for her. She looks interested. I'm going to sprinkle some of her vitamin powder on top and see if she likes it. looks like she likes it. There you go. It looks like she likes it.